Good morning. I see a couple here. Let me know if you can hear me okay, because I went to do my microphone and this end doesn't go in my new iPhone 17. I have to get the lightning end. So, okay, I can hear you on my iPad. So I think, well, I have the phone real close. So, and for some reason it won't change orientation to go sideways, to go horizontal. So that's okay. We'll do this live, like vertical. So I'll wait for a couple more to join. It's just now 10. Welcome if you're here. Introduce yourself. Say hi on the chat. Let me know you're here. I'm going to start it real quick. So forgot to turn the camera around. Let me move it closer. Yeah, that's better. I don't have real good lights in Ruby. I mean, I have one big one, but my hair's kind of funky today. I was wearing a hat this morning and I forgot to comb that out. So, okay. It shows one, so we'll wait a little bit longer and then I'll get started. So I'm going to go over some of my Christmas decorations. I'm going to start in Ruby, what I put out here in her. Normally this time of year, usually right after Thanksgiving, around the first week of December, I head to Idaho. Well, I kind of go to Utah, Nevada, Idaho, and make a kind of a Christmas pass and visit people. Traditionally, I've been gone about 2 weeks. And so this year I'm not doing that. The main reason is last Wednesday, a week ago today, I sold my truck, and my truck pulls Ruby. A month ago, I sold the Ford Expedition that I inherited from my mom, and it could have towed her, but I don't have anything other than my Jeep, which is a 1991. I got it from my dad. I've had Jeeps all my life. Had some really built Jeeps. My dad had bought this Jeep, brand new, 91, tow behind their motorhome. They were snowbirds, and so but when he passed away in 2003, he wanted me to have his Jeep, and so my mom gave it to me right away. When I got the Jeep in 2003, and it's a 91, it had 19,000 miles on it, mostly towed behind a big diesel pusher. And so then it now has 79,000 miles on it. But it's still in good shape. I'm going to give it to one of my nieces here. In fact, it's kind of already hers, if she could come get it. She lives in Wisconsin. So, okay. But anyways, I have no way to go to Idaho right now. Basically, that's the end place I go to. I have a niece that has, a different niece that has a birthday that lives near Twin Falls. Her birthday's in early December. So I usually try to be up there for her birthday and do early Christmas. And she's got little girls that are like, I'll say this wrong, 12, 10, and 5, almost 5. I think in July will be, so 4.5, I guess. But anyways, so I have no way to go on a trip. So I am going to, okay, let me put you back on the tripod. Try this again. Trying to get this thing in. This new camera is just too, I can't get it in the Sounds like a... It's hitting the side camera thing on this 17. There. Maybe that'll work. All right, well, I'm just going to get this over with. It doesn't seem to be a good day for a live. I have more trouble with lives. It's like technology. I don't know what. Part of it's the new phone. It's not fitting in my tripod thing right where I need to put it. I hit all these buttons. It's got different buttons on the side. So anyways, enough about my iPhone woes. I'm going to show you some of the decorations that that I use in Ruby, and I probably lost somebody. Sorry about that. But I'm going to show you some of the stuff that I decorate her with. So actually well, I carry this hat. When I go up for the holidays, I like to get in the mood. And usually when I'm driving around, might as well put it on because I got bad hair. So I got this cute little hat. So I wear this when I'm driving, and I get a lot of, you know, cool things when I'm parked getting gas. I don't really keep it on in the truck all the time. Hats. I wear a lot of hats, but it kind of bothers me with the bowl. So anyways, so that's decoration number 1. A friend of mine made this for me when I first got Ruby. So this is, gosh, 5 years old now. And I love this wreath. When the door is open and I have it latched open, I hang this on the outside of Ruby. So, says I have a restricted post. Huh. Okay. Well, again, I'm sorry. It says I have a couple of you here. If you're new to the live, please introduce yourself. We had a technical difficulty. I lost the signal. I reopened YouTube and it told me I could resume this. So I hope it's working. I'm just showing decorations that I put in my vintage trailer. She's a 1961 Bonanza. She's 10 foot long and 6 foot wide. So I have 60 square feet to decorate on the inside. I do decorate on the outside. I'm not doing a holiday trip this year because a week ago today, I sold my truck and I haven't bought a new one yet. Part of me selling my truck to the person that wanted it, I took a vehicle in trade. Actually took 2 vehicles in trade. That's how this deal all came about. My husband wanted one of them. He wanted a Toyota 4Runner that this guy had. And so we went down. The guy wanted my truck. So I have to have something to drive. So he had another vehicle, and I took that. It's an SUV. It's not anything I'm going to keep. I call it an interim vehicle. It's not anything I would buy because I'm a Ford girl. And this is a Chevy. It's okay. It's a Chevy Equinox. It's a 2016 with real low miles on it. It's okay. It might be something I will keep for a daily driver for a little bit, but I got to get another truck so I can go somewhere. So please introduce yourself in the chat. Kimberly, if you're still here, I'm sorry because you were involved with the signal getting lost. So, okay. So anyways, probably that's like the first thing when I stop, I put this on the outside. When I'm driving down the road, I just throw it on the bed or whatever, but it's cute. And I know she got these at Dollar Tree, and then she made the rest of the wreath, but it's really cute, and it's got the vintage trailer, and it has a little black wheel here. I'll have to go find it. I didn't get it out of the tote, and it says Route 66 or bust, because that's my dream, is to do Route 66 this next year with Ruby, with a vintage trailer group for like 3 weeks. So it's the 100th anniversary of Route 66. So anyways, so I always, I have a hanger here somewhere, but this will go out on the door of Ruby. So, okay, might as well show this. I do take this. It's also one of my house decorations, but it's a fiber optic snowman. I really love snowmen. They're like my favorite of all the Christmas stuff. Any kind of snowman. So most of my decorations tend to be snowmen. So this is also in the house around the tree, usually at the base of the tree. Um, and I have a bigger one just like it that's still in the tote. I didn't bring it in. But this one I also take when I travel, because when I'm stopped at parks, I put it outside. So it's a little fiber optic snowman. Um, really like that. So trying to watch the chat too. If anybody comes on, I'll glance at my iPad occasionally. So, okay. The other thing, Ruby has her own sock. So I hang it on the closet door when I'm traveling, and that's her sock. Every once in a while, I'll hang it outside. I have one of those little welcome sign hooks that go into grass. And if I am in an RV park, and usually in the winter, I do full hookups so I can use my heater, my electric fireplace. And so I can put this out, like during the day, I'll put it out on that little hook. It's just a little short one. It's like 2 feet off the ground, and I have a little flag, a garden flag, and it says welcome, and it has a vintage trailer on it for when I do rallies. But I do this on it too, or it's hanging on the closet hook. So there's that. I've got this that my mom got me when I first got Ruby, and it's that resin stuff. I really like that. And I usually, when I'm parked, I have a shelf over the bed. I'll put it up there, but it's here for purposes of that. It's got something in it. And along with that, what I also have are, well, these are just dollars. That isn't. I think that was Hobby Lobby. These are from Dollar Tree. And I like them because they're stacked. And so I usually will put these outside and just set them on my vintage cooler that I have by the door, just as a little decoration. I do sometimes put stuff in them. I haven't done a Christmas rally yet, but if I ever do, I'll like probably put like things in them, you know, candies or whatever. But anyways, they're cute. And then let's see, I've got some more outside. Well, and then along with, that's what I was gonna say, this. 2 Christmases ago, my brother and his wife found this at a estate sale, so they gave it to me. So I normally prop it up either on the shelf. I have a sign over here that says Home of Happy Campers. I can take down, and it's right by where I hang my keys and hang my hat that I'm wearing. So isn't that cute? And I'm sure, you know, it's kind of reminds me of something you'd see at, like, we have a furniture store in Grand Junction called American Furniture, and they have a whole bunch of prints. Like, you can get this size print for like for $4.99, and the next size for $9.99, and $19.99, and then $59.99 if you want a real big one. But anyways, it reminds me of one of those. So I really like that. It goes with us. It's in the trailer. And then along those lines, Hobby Lobby sells, along with that trailer, which I think you can see right there. I had bought those. See, and there's the little wheel that goes on that wreath, but the lady that made it took the wheel and made it into, she took this part off, and it says Route 66 or bust. So it's got to be in the tote still. So it looks like I have to glue it back on. So anyways, so usually these two, or this one at least, I have 2 of these. I have 2 I hang where I normally hang different things, different times a year. I have a moon. I'm really into the moon. I was born in July. Astronauts landed on the moon when I was a kid on my birthday. So I'm very into the moon. So I have a moon thing that normally goes there. And my little Ruby banner that I made that goes on my awning usually hangs there. But anyways, I'll put these outside when the awning's hanging in the winter. So just, you know, Dollar Tree, you know, not anything's $1 anymore. This used to be $1. It's probably $1.75 or whatever everything is now. And let me go out and get a few more things that I use outside. Okay, I thought I carried him over here, but so again, I'm into snowmen. So this is a metal snowman, and you can put a candle in him. So what I do is I get those, I either put a solar light, yeah, door won't open, but I have some little solar lights, or I also have those solar candles. I have a whole box of them. But I light him up at night, so, and he's real cute. I have him and a little bit different, I bought them at the same time, Hobby Lobby. These were, yep, Hobby Lobby, $19.99, but I didn't pay that for it. Probably got him half price. And the other one's got the same scarf on him too. There we go. The scarf got messed up. Anyways, I got 3 different sizes. So they go, when I travel, they go in Little Ruby. So there's that. And I think what I'll do is just kind of find out what I can do. Hold on one more time. So part of me doing, having this vintage and my pretty red truck I had till last week, is we have a Christmas parade here. In fact, it's this coming Saturday in the town I live in. Last Saturday night, we went down to Grand Junction. I have a video about it, but it's about the parade of lights. And I'm normally in the parade up here with my vintage, and then afterwards they go to the park and they do hot cocoa and stuff, and I let people look at her. She's all decorated with lights to the point where I hold her door open while I'm in the parade even. I light up the whole inside with Christmas lights and put some cute little things around, and I'll bring those in a minute. But one of the things I did to my truck, I made these, and I made my truck, sorry, the dog's barking. I made my truck into Rudolph. So these, and then I'm a hunter, so we have plenty of elk racks around. And I have a way of attaching. My husband made a stand that went over like the top of my truck on the cab with the antlers. And then these. And then the front of my truck, I did a big red nose. And it should have been with these, probably still in the tote. That was kind of fun. So, and I was just going to show, so our socks for the house, a long time ago, for this house and the dogs we have now, I got a D and an M for Dad and Mom, because that's what I couldn't, John and I both have J's and they were out of J's, so D and M was Dad and Mom. I made these socks. And then our dogs, we have now our Brooke. She's my husband's English Springer Spaniel. And Rye, my blue heeler, that's part of this channel, Little Ruby, Rye, and I. Little Ruby's the trailer. Rye is my blue heeler. And I. And then the other blue heeler, that's her brother from the same litter, but he's not social and he doesn't travel well. Lobo, that's his sock. And something I used to do back in the day, is make socks for dogs that I used to have. So 1998 I got a Siberian Husky. She wasn't my first one. I raised Siberian Huskies. She ended up being really good. She had a few litters, and I sold registered Siberian Huskies. So I had Roxanne, so I made her this one. These are old, so I got her in 98. So she started this tradition. So I had her, and then when she passed away, well, actually, let's go to this one because he was in between. My husband and I found a purebred poodle nobody ever claimed, and he was about 5 years old when we found him. And his name was Whoopi, because when we found him, he looked like Whoopi Goldberg on a bad hair day. He was matted and everything. So anyways, Whoopi lived to be 18. Well, taking into consideration he was 5 when we found him, because he was an uncut, probably why he was out running around in Grand Junction. We were out shooting our guns to go whitetail hunting, and we found him. But anyways, he lived to be 18 years old by our calculations. Black poodle. 15-pound black poodle. We called him 15 pounds of whoop ass because he was tough. He chased a bear off our porch of our cabin when he was about 10. And then Sky was my red heeler Kelpie mix that I had before Rye. So she passed away in 2019 from melanoma. She got a cancer on her toe, had her toe removed in May, and in July she just was starting to show some signs. It looked like her sight was going, 10 years old. And so I got Rye on 4th of July. I had some friends that had puppies. I came home with Rye. They became best buds. Sky passed away on September 23rd. So they had not quite 3 months together. She went downhill fast. She started having seizures. The cancer had gone to her brain. It was melanoma. And then I always hang a sock back when my mom was alive. This was her sock, but I always hung another one because she'd spend part of Christmas with us. There's always somebody around. And then, oh, that's Ruby's sock that I already showed you that stays in Ruby. So, but that's that. And then just the other thing, and I'm going to end this. So I do travel with this. It's one of my Christmas pillows. This year I'm getting a bluey, so I'm gonna get it. I've already told a couple people. They want to know what I wanted. I want a bluey pillow because I'm really into bluey. I follow a Facebook group, adults that love bluey or something like that. Anyway, that's my Christmas dog, and it is a Siberian Husky. So, and then this one sometimes goes. This is one of my favorites. A friend of mine made me this about 10 years ago. And there's a spot in the house that always goes in this house. And I've had this before. We were still in our cabin, our dry cabin that we lived in for 8 years when she made me this. So, and she sells them at the craft fair that we have, along with our parade this coming weekend. But anyways, so that's some of my favorite things for decorating. Mostly Lil Ruby, and some do dual purpose in the house too. But anyways, I'm going to end this. I hope I've been recording all this. I see one of you on still. So I apologize. I had more and the signal crashed. I closed the app and opened it and it said I could resume my live. Never had that happen before. So I did. Part of the problem is I'm down in Lil Ruby. We have a high pressure system moving through. And every time we do, it affects our signal. I am at the tail end of cell service, where I'm at to the point where our cell doesn't work unless our Wi-Fi works too. And the Wi-Fi's been pretty glitchy. They've been working on it. And if they work on the Wi-Fi, I have no cell signal. So right now I am picking up the router from the house, so I'm not that far away. We have an extender actually in the barn, in the room I have on the side of the barn. But anyways, happy holidays. This one was fun. I'm going to start decorating the house. I'm going to wait till this weekend because my husband is going to Denver for the weekend, his oldest boy. Our oldest boy, but I never had kids. I married a guy with 3 teenagers. And they bought a house in Denver. And so my husband's going to go over and take his tools and hang some things and do stuff. So anyways, hi kitty kitty. I'm highly allergic to cats, otherwise I'd let her in. But I have a barn cat named Daisy that I can touch. If I've taken Benadryl, I don't really pick her up, but I pet her. But I'm highly allergic to cats, so she can't come in here. But anyways, I'm going to say happy holidays. Bye for now. Thanks for watching my live. Take care.